Now it's time for the second plague, Exodus 8, verse number 1. And the Lord spoke to Moses, "Go to Pharaoh and say to him, Thus says the Lord, let my people go, that they may serve me. But if you refuse to let them go, behold, I will smite all your territory with frogs. So the river shall bring forth frogs abundantly, which shall go up and come into your house, into your bedroom, on your bed, into the houses of your servants, on your people, into your ovens, and into your kneading bowls. And the frogs shall come up on you, on all your people, and on all your servants." Then the Lord spoke to Moses, "Say to Aaron, stretch out your hand with your rod over the streams, over the rivers, and over the ponds, and cause frogs to come up on the land of Egypt." So Aaron stretched out his hand over the waters of Egypt, and the frogs came up and covered the land of Egypt. And the magicians did so with their enchantments, and brought up frogs on the land of Egypt. The Pharaoh called for Moses and Aaron and said, "Entreat the Lord that he may take away the frogs from me and from my people, and I will let the people go, that they may sacrifice to the Lord." And Moses said to Pharaoh, "Accept the honor of saying when I shall intercede for you, for your servants and for your people, to destroy the frogs from you and your houses, that they may remain in the river only." So he said, "Tomorrow." And he said, "Let it be according to your word, that you may know that there is no one like the Lord our God. And the frogs shall depart from you, from your houses, from your servants, and from your people. They shall remain in the river only." Then Moses and Aaron went out from the Pharaoh, and Moses cried out to the Lord concerning the frogs which he had brought against the Pharaoh. So the Lord did according to the words of Moses, and the frogs died out of the houses, out of the courtyards, and out of the fields. They gathered them together in heaps, and the land stank. But when Pharaoh saw that there was relief, he hardened his heart and did not heed them, as the Lord had said. Now this is a riveting event. Once again, Moses tries to get the Pharaoh to let his people go, but he will not. So here comes the plague of frogs. There were so many frogs that there's no way to explain this away, some natural event. Moses was specific about what would happen. No one was going to be spared, not even the king's chambers, according to Psalm 105, verse number 30. So the frogs hopped on into their houses, bedrooms, beds, and even their ovens and kneading bowls. What I find funny is that the magicians thought it would be a good idea to produce more frogs, as if there wasn't already enough. Had they wanted to really show they had power, they should have made the frogs leave, but they couldn't. The Pharaoh begins to crack, because now he's saying he will let his people go worship if he makes the frogs go away. Moses allows him to name when the frog problem will end. So he says tomorrow. I'm thinking, why not now? Why tomorrow? So anyway, the next day, the frog problem ends. But not in a good way, because all the frogs croaked and their dead bodies were everywhere. Can you imagine the stench of all those dead frogs? Once the Pharaoh saw that there was relief from the frogs, he hardened his heart again and didn't let God's people go. The Egyptian god associated with the frog was Hekt, also spelled Heket or Heket, the goddess of fertility, childbirth, and the dawn. She was depicted as a woman with the frog's head, sometimes with a frog's body, wearing a crown with two tall feathers. She was associated with the Nile. She was seen as the protector of newborns, as they thought that she breathed life into them. She was also supposed to offer protection and guidance for pregnant women and their unborn children. Since this frog was worshipped as a symbol of this goddess, I can only imagine what these Egyptians thought about her after this event. But one thing we know is that she could not prevent this plague.